Hey, it's Chris, and today I have a little bit of a different video for you. This is more of a holistic view about how to get to success quickly. So I think a lot of people think that success comes from purely hard work, right? There's a goal, you aim towards it like an ox in a field, carving a furrow in the dirt. You just plod, you work until you get to that goal. The problem with that is that not only does the goal change as you're working towards it, because this work often can take months or years as you're moving towards this goal, the world is an ever-shifting organic medium that is constantly changing. Not only that, you are a part of the world yourself. You are changing. And I have found that the most direct route to success is not the direct route. It's a winding road. If you think about the most successful people in the world, you read their biographies and their stories, you find that they are indeed taking that winding road. Almost none of them started off on a path and said, this is the goal, this is how I'm going to get there, and just worked all their life or whatever and just got to these goals. It was a continuous negotiation of ever-changing circumstances. And often the things that they thought were going to work, or the things that did work, would simply change, or they would change as well, and they would keep seeing different opportunities and navigating through life, hopping like stone to stone across a river, and that is how they achieve success. So there's two ways. One is creating opportunities, and the other one is seeing opportunities. They both have equal value. And, let's talk about seeing opportunities. So one of the best exercises I think that you could do is grab a piece of paper, put your goal at the top, put you at the bottom, and then in between that, put all of the pieces of the puzzles that are remotely related to you achieving that goal. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a time, it could be an event needs to happen. All of these little bits and pieces, it's almost like you're programming a computer to do something, right? So the goal is the end result, that's running the program, and then all those lines of code that you're putting in there. But they're not sequential yet. Once you've got all the pieces of the puzzle on the piece of paper, you start to draw lines between them and make connections and think about how can that lead to this, and what would that unveil, in my move towards this goal. As you're doing that, you'll also fall into making opportunities yourself. You're going to end up in an impasse, a dead end in the maze. And you think, well, I guess that's the end of that. I can't make the jump from this piece of the puzzle to this piece of the puzzle. What do you need to do that? Well, maybe there's something you can do, and you can draw in between the impasse. You can draw in another piece that says, I need to create this to make that happen. Great, you've gotten over a little hurdle, and now you're on the other side of it, and you can keep, connecting those dots towards your goal. So success is a winding road. It's not a direct furrow down a field like an ox. And I'm saying this especially to you as a musician. You are really creative, right? Otherwise you wouldn't be doing what you do. And that creativity, that thinking outside the box, is the very thing that can help you more than anyone else in the world achieve those kinds of successes. Now, what about this hard work stuff? All right, so I've said that working smarter, not harder, is the better way to go, and hard work is secondary to opportunities. Is hard work still important? Absolutely. But now what you're doing is, now that you've achieved this path to your goal on paper, which will change as well, but at least you've got something to start with. The first part of that journey, that first milestone, you can go for it, sprint towards it, do whatever you've got to get there. And that's where the hard work comes in. It's directed hard work towards a specific goal that's going to get you to your ultimate goal. And I want to encourage you that, part of that work is not just toiling. It's not just toiling away. It also means being courageous. Some of the things that you're going to want to do are going to take some courage. These are things, well, I don't know if I should email that person or should make that phone call or whatever. So I want you, after this video, I want you to write down hopefully 3 things that you're going to do no matter what. Have the courage to pursue that next step. Make that phone call, write that email, reach out to that person, or do that thing that needs to be done. Just do it. And It's not like you have to, it's little baby steps. It's not like you have to go and, move the mountains to get to your big goal. You've got to just do that one little thing. And when you do it and you get to where you're going within that first little stage, that first milestone, it's going to feel so good that you're going to want to keep doing this and repeating it. And before you know it, as you move through life like this, you're going to find yourself arriving closer and closer to your goal. Now, as I said before, your goal is going to change as you're working towards it. But it doesn't matter, because none of us, I don't think anybody ever gets to a goal that is the same as what they imagined. It's always been a little bit different for me. It's always been, wow, I was shooting for here and I kind of ended up over here, and I like to say that fate is an average of direction, where if you point yourself in a certain way, you're going to kind of hit your goal. And that is good enough. That's good enough. If you are sitting in a cabin hoping to win $10 million and you use this method and you make yourself $1 million, I don't think you're going to be complaining. I wouldn't, So anyway, I just wanted to impart some of these ideas, things that I've applied in my own life that have worked, and especially with your music. And, of course, this applies to getting your music into TV and film. That's the ultimate goal. So pieces of that puzzle are going to be, how am I going to produce my music properly? Am I good enough? No. What producers do I know? Where am I going to find them? How is that going to work? My songwriting, is it up to par? Are there courses that I should take? What are those courses? How much does each one cost? How available are they? What's the success rate of them? And then moving further, I've got my songs, how do I connect with the right people? Do I want representation? Do I want this? Do I want that? By putting all those pieces of the puzzle on there and slowly working your way through those dots, it will all become clear as you move forward step by step. Not the whole thing at once. You're not the ox in the field. You're hopping over stones across a river in a random way, which is the fastest way to success that I know of. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. It's quite a bit different than my usual videos. I'd love to hear what you thought, so please leave a comment straight below. I read every single one and I respond to all of them, and I would like to know how you see that, and has that worked for you, or do you think I'm way off base with this? So love to know. But have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.